All right, so if you can please introduce yourself.
My name is Professor Ron Marasco, spelled Ronmarasco.
Okay, and first question will be, what made you pursue news production?
News producing. Well, I pursued news anchoring. I was a news anchor, so not necessarily production. But it's such a dynamic industry, first of all. No 2 days are the same. I get to meet a lot of people and see a lot of different things. And I like performing as well. So when you put all that together, plus it's a great public service too. You are providing the public with something that is invaluable to them. You're giving them information that they wouldn't otherwise be privy to. So, you're really serving a vital role when you get into journalism.
Okay. And then what has been your involvement in the film festival?
This is the first time that I've been involved in the film festival. So this particular year, I'm going to have 3 different categories that my students are going to be competing in. It's going to be Best Hard News Package, Best Feature or Soft News Package, and then Best Newscast, TV Newscast. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to nominate what I think are the packages that stand out. I'm going to have a group of judges, then judge them independent of me, and they will score these packages and will come out with either a first and second place or a first, second, and third place in each category.
Okay. And then, so question number 4 will be, what gets the class excited about learning news media?
Oh shoot, that's a good question. I don't know if they're ever excited or not. I think what excites them is, first of all, they get to be on TV, right? They're on Channel 7 here. They're on all our social media pages when they put a story together. But I think just going out and finding that story, telling that really cool story, because there's a bunch of cool stories out there on campus in Huntsville, and they get to be the ones to tell them the way they want to tell them. You can have the same story told 5 different ways by 5 different people. So it's kind of like a blank canvas in paint, and they get to paint the picture the way they want to. And so I think that really excites and motivates them, that they get to be creative and in the end produce a product that is beneficial to the community and to students here on campus.
Yes. And then, what is your favorite thing about teaching news production at Sam Houston?
When that light bulb goes on. I love that, when students get it. And I'll sit there and explain. I'll try to explain this way, I'll try to explain that way, and this way. And it's still, I get these faces like, huh? And then finally the bulb turns on, like, oh, I get it. And then their project, I'll see dramatic improvement from where it was to what they did currently. And just to see that progress is amazing. I had one student, I'll tell this very quick story. He was in my 2371 class last semester, and he submitted his project, and he goes, can you take a look at it for me before I submit it? So okay, I walked in there and I looked at it, I'm like, oof. My eyes started bleeding. It was like not good. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have failed him, right? So I told him, I go, look, this is what's wrong with this. You need to do this, 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 and this. So he said, okay. And 2 or 3 days later, he comes back and he goes, can you look at it again? And I'm like, oh God, okay. And I looked at it again, and oh my gosh, he went from not even an F, from like a G to, I think he got a B+ on the assignment. So for him just to get it in that, that one-on-one mentoring that I had with him, that to me is like, that's why I'm here. This is why I love doing what I'm doing, to see that kind of progress where I got through to somebody.
Yes.
So.
And then last question will be, what does this festival mean to you and your students?
This festival first of all, it means a lot to our department, first of all, because it recognizes good work. And for my students, it not only is it going to recognize good work, but it may be something that they can put on a resume, show a future employer, like, hey, I came in first place in the Heatwave Film Festival. Now, to us, it'd be like, well, okay, there was only so many entries, right? But an employer doesn't know that. They just know first place in the Heatwave Film Festival. And so, and I act like I'm discounting what they're doing. I'm trying not to, because there will be a good amount of submissions, from my classes that are going to be eligible. It just won't be hundreds.
Yeah.
You know, it might be 10 or 12, but still, if you come in first place or second place out of 10 or 12, that's pretty significant. So again, it's something that they can show a future employer what they did here, an accomplishment, you know, that they had here.
That's it. Thank you
That's
so
it?
much.
Yeah,
Yes.
wow, that was easy. Yeah.